Today we will be discussing social emotional learning.
Hello! Welcome to Adulting Piece by Piece, where we figure out life one chaotic puzzle piece at a time. My name is Lily.
And my name is Lola. I am the wine pourer.
Welcome.
We're having Trapiche Malbec.
It's from Argentina.
Argentina.
I don't know if you guys have seen it in our Instagram post. We are going to rate wines from now on. It's unsolicited opinion. You're not.
Everything's unsolicited.
Exactly. But you know, we are millennials.
Yes.
We've been drinking wine in entire our life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we don't know what the technical terms are, like what kind of wood barrel it was aged in, and if it has hints of this fruit or that fruit. But we can tell you if it tasted good or bad. Like, will we buy the bottle again? Yes or no?
Exactly.
We can tell you this, so we can save you effort.
Exactly.
Cheers to that.
All right, go ahead, please.
Okay. For those of you who are wondering what is social emotional learning, let me give you a little introduction before we get this episode started. When we hear social emotional learning, most of us picture kids sitting cross-legged in a circle, naming their feelings and passing around a talking stick. And somehow we all decided that once you hit adulthood,
This is the hood. Welcome to the hood.
you're just supposed to magically know how to handle emotions forever. Spoiler alert, we do not. Adult social emotional learning is basically all the skills we're expected to have, but we're never actually taught. Like how to stay calm in a stressful meeting, how to give feedback without sounding rude, or how not to spiral after one mildly passive-aggressive email. Right, Lily?
No,
right.
100%. We know that.
We don't normally call it social emotional learning when it's adults. We call it leadership, or we call it professionalism, or we call it being good with other people. But really, it's all about understanding your emotions, managing your reactions, and navigating relationships without blowing things up or shutting down. So in this episode, we're going to talk about what social emotional learning actually looks like for adults and why so many of us are still learning it the hard way, and why it matters a lot more than any of us really like to admit.
Tell us how you feel.
Tell
us exactly how you feel
to
about
me,
this.
this one is almost a part 2 of the other episode we did, where it was like the life lessons you should have learned sooner.
Yes.
In the easier way. This is one of them.
Yeah.
Because I think in school systems now, they actually teach kids about emotions. Like, have you heard of the emotion wheel?
Yes. Sorry. Yes.
You're
yes.
like, no.
No. I did not heard of it in my younger age.
Yes.
I learned it and heard about it in my older age.
Yeah.
And I feel like it should have been
so
learned.
much earlier.
Yeah, so much earlier, because like I couldn't describe how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
And he told me, "Have you heard about emotional wheels?" I'm like, "No, what the hell is that?"
Yeah.
So now I know. I still like sometimes I do have to go to the diagram to see where are we and what is happening. Because I still don't know.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Like I know. Well, I learned about the wheel thing through a friend because she heard about it in therapy. But like, I think it was only when I started going to therapy that I sort of figured out, like, for example, anger is a secondary emotion. It's not a primary emotion. So there's other emotions that are like actually what you feel, and then what you're expressing is anger. Maybe it's like loneliness or like fear of being rejected. I forget what the primary versus secondary ones are, but anger is not a primary emotion. It's something else. So when someone's giving you anger, you actually want to get at what is it that's bothering them.
It triggers you,
Yeah, but I think it's like, it's nice that now kids are learning these things in school. Because I think for us, we never actually learned these things.
No, we
You were just kind of taught to be obedient.
Yes, especially in our culture.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I think some of it might have been indirectly taught, like learning how to play with others. Like the fact that you go to school naturally, like teaches you to be in a classroom with other kids, learn to get along, right? Like I think some of it is like indirectly taught to you.
I feel this is funny. People who come to westernized school, they learn about teamwork and sharing and being part of a team.
But you totally learn that in our, like, you don't learn it in terms of words, but you do learn it.
You don't learn it in growing up in Iran. It's all individuals. You don't have a teamwork. So for a lot of us who came in middle school, like I came high school.
Yeah.
That was a shock for me. Like a presentation,
I feel like
teamwork.
I had this though, like in elementary school, because it was
Iran?
like, yeah.
No way.
I swear. Because it's like in the class, like they would split you up. So like I was always the nerd in the kid, like I always had perfect scores.
Yeah.
So then like you were kind of like almost like responsible for the others, but you guys were a team together and you were supposed to hold each other accountable, I guess.
Oh.
So it might just be maybe where the schooling was done.
Yeah, probably.
And I would say like when you say Asian, probably like
Middle
the
East.
Asian, like Japan, China, I feel like they have next extreme levels of like teamwork and community.
I don't think so they have.
Yo man, they're so like, have you seen those guys? They actually line up for the buses properly. The way they like say sorry, I feel like their sense of like they're the polar opposite of individualism.
I feel like they're so individualized. Their success is just like they want to be the one. There's no like team building.
I think
activities.
because they're so like this, there's this mindset that they're all so alike that you're doing everything together, that maybe yes, it's creating this over perfectionism, but they're definitely not individuals.
Okay.
Individuals is such a North American thing.
Yeah.
Like me. Oh my god, my feelings matter the most.
Oh really?
This is all purely North American. Which I think was like what I also think of this. Like it's really nice that in schools we teach these things, but I actually now observing some younger kids wonder if we've taken it too far. Or even like this whole thing where people are like, oh, I do therapy now, I'm so healthy. I feel like the people that bring you these like therapy words and therapy things are generally like the least mentally healthy people, right? Because it's like, oh my god, this is my feeling,
but those
and like you need to respect my feeling.
The thing is, they don't go to therapy. They just ChatGPT.
Oh, sure, yeah, maybe that's what it is.
Because like if they go to therapy, I never use therapy word, and I still don't use. Like sometimes I'm like how I feel, and I laugh about it because I'm in therapy.
Yeah.
But people who use it, it's like I set my boundaries. This is my boundary.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you definitely ChatGPT this because this is not about boundary right now. You're bringing it up. This is about something else, and I don't think so. I crossed your boundary.
Right.
So I feel that people who throw those therapy words, they just podcast it. Always tune in, Lindsay. They always podcast it or watch all these like documentary about it, but they haven't actually sat down one-on-one with a doctor or a therapist to talk about their issue because the world run around them. But again, going back to social media.
Would it even be an episode if Lily didn't go back to social media?
Exactly.
Continue.
Always. It's such a like big hate I have for social media.
I never would have guessed.
No one would ever guess. The social media gave a platform for all these narcissistic people that it's all about me. Doesn't matter which country it is specifically or city. They took over as an influencer. It's all about them. It's about their world. It's about their opinion. So they ruin social media for everyone.
Yeah.
Truly. And they are the one who come and even if they're doing something nice, they're broadcasting. Even if they're sad, they're broadcasting.
Yeah.
Even if they're going through a pain, they're broadcasting. Even if they're parenting, they're broadcasting. They're like, look how I'm like, can you put that camera down before parenting? Can you just like deal with your kids' emotion? But no, they make sure the angle is right. They kneel down to their kids and telling about their feeling, how it's like good parenting. It's about, again, they make every situation about them.
Yeah.
So I think these people made therapy and opinion about themselves. Again, sorry, what was the whole topic again?
Social emotional learning for adults.
That's perfect. I did it.
Yeah. So I mean, I think it's sometimes like depending on the family you grew up in and the surroundings you had, maybe you actually learned these skills growing up.
Question.
Like I don't think I did.
Oh, that was my question actually, because like we are similar background. No, we have
different
different parents.
Yeah.
So I never learned this from my parents. But in my eyes, you have amazing parents.
I have really amazing parents in many ways, yes. But I think I just learned that it's like I need to be a good kid, and being a good kid means be quiet and don't say anything. Like don't be in anyone's way. Just do the good thing. So I literally cannot tell you that I have a single memory of a time when something was bothering me, and I'm sure as like a little kid I did. but like from the times when I remember where I went to my parents and like told them that this thing happened at school that bothered me. Like I I never did this.
We had this episode, you couldn't tell your parents about like you got bullied by a teacher.
Oh yeah, exactly. Like I never, whereas now I'm like, well, why didn't I? I should have. Like this is crazy, but it's like, and I mean, I think it would have been fine, but I guess somehow like I think I had internalized this idea that I shouldn't do this. So then I did it.
Do you think because I think this is just millennial generation, do we take everything too far or are we too woke? Because I feel
I am definitely not woke.
I'm definitely not. By woke, no, let me rephrase that. By woke, I mean we're so scared, especially me. Like, look at me, I don't want to have kids, but I debate it. Do I have kids? And I always worry about how I'm gonna raise this human being because I'm worried, am I gonna be too emotionally involved? Am I gonna be there for my kid? But if you talk about another generation, they don't like, no, just bring the kid. The kid will raise it. And then if you look at a generation like for like, I guess Gen Z, I think they're Gen Z.
I think so.
If you bring that, I feel like they already have kids and they're like legit don't care about. It's like, no, I want to teach my kids to do this, to like, and then you're like, I think we're generation that we're burned so many ways. We don't know what is right.
I mean, I actually think we're the healthier generation.
No, because
the ones like, before us just didn't care. It was just like, and it's not that they didn't care. It's just like that's how the world was.
Yeah,
like
the
you
society,
just had kids. That's it. Like that was the goal. You weren't like
we are raising it ourselves basically.
Yes, or like the kids did what you needed them to do. Your life didn't revolve around the kids, right? The kid slept when you needed the kid to sleep, right? Like, or whatever the case is. You still lived your life and made sure you tell the kid to follow certain rules based on what was accepted in your society wherever you grew up. I think the generation after us is so overly into it, whereas I think we're kind of a little in between. Like, we're aware of all the things that can go wrong, but we're also not like overly fixated on things. I feel like we're actually like a normal balanced generation.
Okay, so for just going back on like what time they're sleeping and stuff, so for that, because our parents, the generation before us, they didn't care about the rules or guidance about the kids. Like, oh, you don't need to care about their feelings. You don't need to care about like, you know, they're gonna grow up, they're gonna feel it. Like, don't let them, or like school's gonna teach them, the life is gonna teach them. And then there is like older millennials, because I feel like we're the middle. They took it, like your sister, they took it to like, no, I want to make sure that I'll have guides and learning and all the rules. And then it comes to us, I'm actually confused. I don't know, do I do that? But then you think about it, it's like, oh no, like guidance are good for the kids to go sleep on certain time. It's actually good to, because it's teaching the kids to regulate their emotions. Like sleeping is good for them because it's good for the brain development. So if they sleep on exactly at like 7 o'clock, it teaches them structure. You know what I mean? It's gonna help them. But then I actually don't believe in that either. I'm like, I don't know. Like, that's what I mean when I talk about our generation got screwed, because I believe what
do I do?
Exactly. I believe what they did, but I don't believe what they did. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like, and I don't feel like there's actually a lot of people like me who thinks this way.
I think so.
Because like, they don't know what to do. They're like,
but
I don't want to go by the flow.
Perfect. I think you can't say like every kid needs to sleep exactly at the same time, or like no, don't put it. I think it's like what works for your life. Also, like honestly, like now when I see babies, I realize they have a personality literally right from the start. So like also like go with it. Like do your best with what you are provided. Like there's I think there's no perfect. Everyone's gonna mess up regardless of what you do. But I do think we'd probably be generations that would like teach some emotional skills to our kids.
I hope so.
Before they become adults. Because honestly, like what made this topic interesting for me is like last week when we were reading the work stories, half the work drama is like, adults don't know how to handle their emotions. Like those annoying coworkers, it's like you literally just don't know how to communicate. Or like relationships nowadays, half the time I'm like, you just don't know how to communicate. This is like literally almost all the problems we have as adults is because we don't know how to handle our emotions.
And again, going back to social media, they actually ruin you, because no, seriously, just right now, a lot of people are like, oh, but my man does this, but my man, like, you know, and then you have this expectation of your men without communicating. So it comes to the like, they don't know how to communicate. They have this just like unknown expectation of the guy, and you're like,
he should just know. He knows me, so he should just know.
Why that guy? Like, you don't even know your emotions. Why would you expect a guy to know your emotions?
So I mean, okay, maybe
social media ruined our life.
Everything.
Because they're painting this perfect picturesque moment. It's not just like, even they're taking a picture of the photo, it has to be like, you know, before you just snap a photo. It didn't need to be a Vogue.
Yeah.
I hate social media.
What is the emotional feeling you are feeling right now, Lily? Please tell us.
I don't remember my emotional feels, but I feel the emotional thing I'm feeling is frustration.
That's fair. That's fair. What do you think is harder? Is it harder to learn like emotional skills, emotional intelligence, or is it harder to unlearn bad habits?
I think it's harder to unlearn bad habits. Because if we start learning our emotionals from young age, I think it's more easier. So if youngers are listening to this, you're still young. By young, I mean you're
Get it together now.
Yeah, like even if you're in your 20s, you're still actually young. You could learn it. You could start learning how you're
There's
feeling.
Hope for you.
There's still hope for you. But the minute, honest to God, like whatever, honest to universe, like that's just like, you know, it's harder as you grow up to learn new stuff. Like you have to be in the position to learn it. Do you know what I mean? I think like for us adults, it's harder for us to accept we need to learn emotions.
Yeah, because you're like, I've come this far in life.
Exactly.
Why do I need to go learn this? What is this?
But if our work tells us to learn this Excel thing, we're like, oh my God, because I'm gonna jump on it and learn it. We jump on learning skills, but we don't jump on learning skills that is gonna help us to be a better person.
Yes.
So that's what I mean. Like, it's harder to unlearn the bad habits.
Yeah, but your work can send you on leadership training, which is literally that. Like leadership training in a work context is like learn how to read your team's emotions, learn how to navigate their emotions. If you need to give someone feedback, critical feedback, learn how to give it so that they accept it, right? Because like, for example, this thing of, I had this conversation the other day with my boyfriend where I was like, I don't sugarcoat things. And then he was like, well, if you want your message to go across well, you want to deliver it in a way that will be received well. And I was like, I don't care, I'm not sugarcoating it. But like, fair to his point, it's like you need to read your audience and deliver your message that way. I'm very direct. You could be really direct but be nice about it, or you could be direct and be an a-hole about it. So like those are technically emotional intelligence skills, except that when you're an adult, it's leadership training. I'm going away for the weekend for leadership training.
But no one learns anything in
No, they don't learn anything because they don't take it serious.
No, they don't take it serious. And I think me and you, because that's why we're best friends, is because I actually don't know how to sugarcoat it.
Yes.
I genuinely, like, I'm like, if people come to me, they probably know they want my honest opinion. If you don't want my honest opinion, I could fake it, but it's fake.
I can only do it for so long.
Asking me like, am I in a wrong situation?
Yeah.
I would definitely tell you.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's your life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's genuinely your life. You could do whatever you want to do with your life. I think like when people go for like this, like to learn about like how to manage people, I think your boyfriend was telling me that, so like, oh, if you want this is how you have to bring it up to your partner.
He's our new therapist.
I know, he's our new therapist. However, the thing is, he just saying those stuff, but he doesn't know. Like if I brought it to my therapist, like it takes like a whole thing to build up, you know? Like,
what do you mean?
You need a whole background, because yes, you could sugarcoat it to your person, but you've been living like me.
Because you know the person, so
I know
you know
the
what they
person.
expect.
I know, like, so I've been living with my person for 10 years. Honestly, the sugarcoating would never work. Even my direct opinion would never work. So
because he just doesn't want to listen to you.
No, it's just like I learned. He has to learn it in his own way.
Nothing will work.
Nothing. Like, you know, he was like, oh, you should take it this way. I'm like, you think I haven't tried that?
Yeah. Okay, so what you just said about how like now you know your partner and he just needs to experience for himself to learn. Isn't that a perfect example of adult emotional intelligence?
Yeah.
That now you know him, so you actually know what doesn't work. And it's your own emotional intelligence because you've learned you can't change people.
Yeah, because like... Because, like, therapy taught me that.
That you can't change people?
Yeah, you can't change people. You just have to accept who they are.
Yes.
You just have to... Okay, not just have to. It's the partner you choose to be with, and you try to understand each other. Remember one of the... Like, we had a podcast on family drama. The guy was keep asking ChatGPT how it is. So, yes, you could collect all these ChatGPT podcasts, as I always say. Always tune in on Wednesdays, you know. Always listen to us.
Yes.
However, I said it to another podcast that you have to come to your own conclusion. You gather all the bits and pieces.
Yeah.
You come to your own conclusion. You make
Yeah.
your own choices. But at the end of the day, you actually need to seek a professional. If you have a problem in your marriage, if you have problem personality, go see a doctor. Because when something hurts in your body, you need to go see a doctor. But us, our generation and previous generation, or like whatever generation it is, you don't see doctors to heal our soul. And I feel you always have to come to your own conclusion.
Yeah.
Make your own decisions. Don't listen to podcasts. Don't listen to ChatGPT, to AI. But again, there's no shame to seek for help. Always seek for help. Always tune in on Wednesdays and Friday to listen to us. There's no shame to listening to fake Dr. Lily, fake Dr. Lola.
We give great advice.
Great advice. Yeah, listen to us and Joe's and Erica's and like Tanya's, obviously, but gather your own conclusions. Make sure you're just not being a sheep to follow.
Okay. Gonna hit hard. I'm going for a big one.
Go ahead, hit me.
Is
Hit me, baby,
Oh,
one
no.
more time.
Oh no.
I had to, go ahead.
Is not one of the biggest parts of social emotional learning figuring out that sometimes you're the problem.
Yes.
And it's so hard to
100%.
admit that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's always hard to admit it's not you, it's me. It's actually true. It's not the other person, it's you. You
like
have
genuinely.
problems.
Yeah.
Like, for me to understand my partner, I had to seek therapy because it's not something that I have to fix, because I'm such a people pleaser and fixing issues. So I take it on. It's my thing. I have to fix it. It's actually no. The other person, your partner, is fully adult. You choose who he is. You accepted who they are. You don't need to fix that person to love that person. You don't need to fix every issue that person brings.
Yeah.
You just love and
Take
cherish.
them as they are.
Take them as they are, because God forbid if he wants to change me, the world ends.
The world ends.
So again, therapy taught me it's me, because I want everything to be perfect. I wanted to have a control because I'm such an organized person. Everything has to have the place for it. But as we said it, I don't want to go to gym.
Yeah, you don't, because you
Yeah.
don't listen to me.
I don't listen to you. I don't want. So it's the same thing, because we are laugh about it. He's not laughing about it.
He's just annoyed at you.
He's just annoyed at me. So it took me actually a long time to accept it that I don't need to fix everything. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Thanks for being with us here today as we listen to Lily's social emotional learning process journey
100%.
in adulthood.
Yes, adulthood
Reaching
is
these
hard.
so hard.
Making money is hard.
It's true.
Like,
everything's hard.
Everything is hard. Okay, tell me one of your wins. It's hard.
No nail polish all week. This was my win.
Beautiful, beautiful.
I feel like also my fingers are crooked because I'm like, I don't know. There's the
She's
thing
crooked
inside my
person.
bone is like missing. But anyway, did you say I'm a crooked person?
Yeah.
Did you just insult me? I went
All right, my win of the week was I signed up for a half marathon, as I mentioned a couple weeks ago.
Yes.
It hit me hard that, it's coming. So,
Yo.
And it's cold, so I ran 2 kilometers. Not that, that 2 kilometers was hard, but I did it.
Every
on a
kilometer
treadmill.
counts.
But anyway,
Cheers to you.
don't forget to tune in on Wednesdays and Fridays.
We'll
and
be
like,
back.
comment,
Subscribe.
subscribe.
So that you can remember to come back and listen to us talk about our next topic.
Yeah, our opinion matters.
And if you give us your opinion and some topics, that could be the next topic we rant about.
Love you guys.
Bye.